What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on a recent. I was listening to NBA Cinema, right? Shout out to NBA Cinema, and they was discussing. He had some clips of Paul Pierce discussing giving Kevin Durant a statue in Golden State, right? And and some people push back, some people say yes, right? And I think the reason why some people push back on that is because Kevin Durant never had a forever home, right? If Kevin Durant had the same career or won those two championships at OKC, then it would be a no-brainer that he would get a statue in OKC. But basically, Kevin Durant for his career has been more so of a mercenary, right? He went from OKC, then he went to Golden State. He played with Brooklyn. Who else he played with? Houston. Now he's in Houston. So it's hard, to say that Kevin Durant should have a statue in Golden State when he's been in so many different places, right? And so, like, I don't know if Golden State fans see him the same way they see Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, because those guys were there from day one. And usually when they give you a when they build a statue to you or for you to honor you, that's usually the guys who get the statues are the ones who've been in that with that franchise from day one, But now, because of the player empowerment era, and guys was moving around, it just adds to the confusion, and it just adds another argument against why some people should get a statue, right? So I'm gonna play the audio and listen to different players who gave their opinion or why he should or why he shouldn't get a statue in Golden State.
Talk about it.
I'm giving Durant a statue in Golden State too.
Durant gets a statue?
Yeah, I got two
for
finals
3 years.
Two finals.
I might give him one OKC. That's where he spent the longest
I got
tenure.
2 chips and 2 finals MVPs. Durant gets a statue in Golden State.
His jersey's up there.
He gets
So nobody ever gets to wear 35 again.
I'm giving him a statue of that threes he pulled late and on that left side.
Yeah.
Over Bron. Right? Give him that statue. Come on, dog.
I'm gonna give him
Give Durant the statue, dog.
So
2 years, though. Only 2 years. It's so
was he the best player on those 2 championship teams?
But they were really good teams, bro. It
Is
was
Kawhi getting a statue in Toronto?
Because Kawhi, it wasn't like he was surrounded by
won
Steph
one
and
chip.
Clay.
Durant won 2.
He wasn't surrounded by Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
No, I don't care.
Dog.
He was surrounded.
He played with 3 other Hall of
Top
Famers.
How many Hall of
guys.
Famers did Kawhi, how many Hall of Famers did Kawhi play with?
One.
Who you talking about?
That was Kyle. Kyle's
going to be a Hall of Famer, and Gasol's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, he played with.
But they
2.
weren't in their prime.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Man, they Hall of
Clay,
Famers. So,
Steph, Draymond, all in their prime.
But they were Hall of Famers. That's a value. When you got that type of IQ and those type of like intangibles, like when Dirk won, how many Hall of Famers he had? They weren't in their prime, but to have that level of like IQ and that level of knowledge and know how to win out there is a thing.
But that's why they won.
You got Marion and Kidd.
But you wouldn't compare. You would compare Dirk's team to KD's team.
No. It's about the same?
No.
Absolutely not, bro.
About the same.
Absolutely
old
not.
Kid? You had old Kid?
Yeah, it's not Steph, Clay.
Kid can barely walk, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Because they're not. That's what I'm saying. They're not the same
it's
team.
Not comparable.
Like KD had a really good young
broke
prime
up that
team.
They thought it was
I was
so
comparing
trash.
that to Toronto's team.
Oh, Toronto was a dope team.
Yeah, so Dirk and Kawhi is comparable.
That's what I was comparing.
Yeah, those two were comparable.
I thought you were trying to
because it's really they were the main guy with some really. You know what I'm saying, but KD
gets a statue.
Not in Golden State. I think in OKC. He did 10 years there.
He gets one in
3 years. You joined a team that won a championship already, 73 and 9.
If KD don't go to that team, I'm not sure they beat Cleveland.
I'm not sure they beat Cleveland either. But
that's
it's just
what I'm saying.
You're not foundational.
Nah,
you're not a foundational warrior.
You didn't build it.
Well, Kawhi.
All right, so that's right. That's what I think is going to hurt his argument. The fact that he's not foundational. You know, they won a championship before he got there. They won the 2 while he was there, and then when he left, they won again, right? So that's going to hurt his Kevin Durant's argument in in Golden State. He's just not a foundational basketball player. Then you talking about Steph, Clay, and Draymond. You know, I think it was Danny Green who was saying that he should win. He should get one in OKC. I mean, yeah, OKC where he started out at. That would be different. Also, they brought up who was it? Kawhi Leonard and what he did in Toronto, right? Now, I'm not even gonna get into like how many Hall of Famers Kawhi played with in Toronto, but the fact is, like, Toronto, that's their only championship, so they don't really have a whole lot to celebrate anyway. They don't have many other players to celebrate. They got a couple players that are going to go into the Hall of Fame, but other than that, like that, Kawhi is the one who led them to their only championship. Say, for instance, if Golden State hadn't won any other championships besides the 2 championships that Kevin Durant, that he led them to, then you can make an argument. That'll be a stronger argument for Kevin Durant. But once you have a guy in that player empowerment era, and those guys moved around from team to team to team, you don't have that forever home. You don't have that fan loyalty that I think that is going to, that will make him more likable in that city. Like I think Golden State fans could probably take Kevin Durant or leave. You know what I mean? Their big 3 is who they really want to honor. And so if you throw Kevin Durant in there, in my opinion, I don't think it's really going, it'll be more so just to honor Kevin Durant, because like I said, they won 2 with him and then they won 2 without him. So to me, it's a tough sell. I think he should go back to OKC. I think that's probably be the best bet for him is OKC. So now I want to listen to Run It Back, right? You got Boogie Cousins, Michelle Beadle, and Lou, right? And so they got into it. They had a little discussion too, also about should he get a statue, Kevin Durant, in in Golden State. And listen to this.
Oh, in one statue, then you could put.
Yeah, I don't think coaches really get statues.
Yeah, that's really what I was asking.
I can't think of one. So
right.
No one's.
He deserves one, but I don't think that's a thing.
Does KD get one there?
I think so. 2 times.
So is he in his own statue? Like, come on.
I think the group gets. I think all.
So that whole team.
Yes, I think KD, Draymond, Steph, and Clay all get a statue, and I was wondering if Steve is a part of that. I don't know.
I think the big 3 get statues, and I think all 5 of those guys' names go up in the rafters.
Oh, that's without doubt.
That's for real.
Yeah, but statues is a different.
So 2 Finals MVPs for a team don't get you a statue?
I'm not saying he's not deserving it. I'm only making the case for the statues because I feel like the guys that were there, the guys that were drafted
he was there.
And the guys that were drafted there. And
I kind of get what you're saying, Lou.
It's very rare for the guys that you go out and draft that you bring you back for a championship.
I agree.
Which is why Draymond.
For that, I think those are the guys that get statues. But KD, that 35 definitely goes up.
Yeah, because I believe, unless I'm wrong, Steph and Draymond are the 2 longest tenured same team dudes active right now.
Okay, and this is where I fall on.
All right, so I agree with Lou, right? To put his name, Kevin Durant name, in the rafters in Golden State, I think that's appropriate. The foundational guys get a statue. Steph, Clay, Draymond, and then like the coach probably Steve Kerr. Like, you honor those guys because that's like a different level of appreciation. That's a different level of commitment. You had those guys who just rolled it out all the way through from beginning to end, right? Kevin Durant, in my opinion, you know, like when you have a mercenary type situation, somebody who coming in to, you know, it's just, I don't know. And to me, it's almost like the same situation with like Mark Aguirre in Detroit. You know, I know recently the Dallas Mavericks honored Mark Aguirre, right? But I don't think Mark Aguirre is should get the same level of appreciation as Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars and the guys who were there, you know, before the championship run, because those guys they weathered the storm all the way from the from the beginning. You know, somebody who's going to come in towards the middle is just a different level, in my opinion, of commitment, right? And a different level that should receive a different level of acknowledgement, a different level of appreciation. You know, he didn't really help to set that foundation. He came in as a mercenary to do a specific job. He did his job. He did it well, but and he should be acknowledged for that. But you know, to get a statue, that's just a whole different level, man. Yeah, so that's my take on it. I'm curious to know like how, you know, you feel about it. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video.